Brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today I am breaking down the box office of this past weekend, which was the first box office weekend in the month of September of 2025, which is September the 5th to the 7th. We're also going to look at the overall numbers domestic and worldwide. Let you know what movies are hitting theaters this weekend, giving you a preview of all of my videos that are hitting the channel in the coming week. So, welcome back to Max Talks Box Office here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Sandberg. If you're new, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you're notified when my videos drop. If you like box office, I do this show every single Monday. I also do movie franchise rankings, which I'm doing a new one this week. I'll let you know what that will be at the end of the video. I do out of theater reactions, TV show reviews, as well as movie reviews. And I'm starting this week, I'm probably going to be posting videos every single day. So if you're new, please subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the box office? What did you see this past weekend? What are you going to see this coming weekend? And as always, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's get into this past weekend's box office, which I said was the 5th to the 7th. And one of the biggest winners of the year so far is The Conjuring Last Rites, the fourth film of the main Conjuring films, and the supposed 10th and final entry into this franchise blew the box office doors wide open as it opened to $84 million domestically. Coming into this weekend, this was the global projected weekend for The Conjuring Last Rites, but it made 84 just domestically, it made over 100 million internationally. 185 is the number worldwide. Sorry, 194 is the number worldwide for Conjuring 4. This is the biggest opening of the Conjuring franchise, which has been around for 12 years. The biggest opening weekend for this franchise and the overall biggest number globally for a movie in this franchise was The Nun back in 2018. The Nun opened to 56 million domestically, and it globally got to 366. Now, some people say, well, that's not a big enough number. Why does this franchise have 10 movies over 12 years? First of all, this is a horror cinematic universe, and two, this is the most expensive Conjuring movie, and the budget is only 55 million. Before Conjuring 4, The Conjuring 2, and if not mistaken, the last Conjuring film both cost $40 million, which at that point was the most expensive. This franchise is made of very, not cheap, but compared to most franchises and most cinematic universes, very doable budgets that completely double or triple its numbers. And yes, while the biggest film in this franchise is not even at 400 worldwide, with these budgets, this has become one of the most money-making franchises in Hollywood over the last 25 years. And it's amazing that on its last leg, after seeing that the franchise was kind of dead to a lot of people, the last film, I don't know if it was because it was the last film, people were sad to seeing Ed and Lorraine with Patrick and Vera playing these characters for the final time. Whatever it is, the film made $84 million. Now, the critic scores and the audience scores are not great for this movie, especially the audience scores are not strong. So maybe with the word of mouth not being great, Conjuring 4 takes a major dip. I said the budget was only $55 million. So really based off that, it's already basically at or already past its break even in its opening weekend. So for the most part, everything in the coming weeks is cherry on top for Warner Brothers Discovery, which now has the record. 7 straight movies for them have at least a $40 million box office opening weekend. The only film that didn't hit that was Mickey 17, which started the year. But Warner Brothers has dominated 2025, and they just come off a big success with Weapons. Conjuring doubled Weapons' opening weekend. And it's weird. Warner Brothers has clearly been the most consistent studio as pertains to box office here in 2025. The big winners at the box office has been Warner Brothers, but they only have one more movie coming out this year, and that is One Battle After Another. Originally, Mortal Kombat 2 was going to hit theaters in October. Now, they pushed it to mid-May of 2026, and so many people said, oh, this is nervous. They're really not confident in the movie. It's actually the opposite. Based on reports, They are overly confident in Mortal Kombat 2. The pre-sale numbers were outrageously good to a level where they thought that film would fit better as a summer movie than the week before Halloween. So even though Warner Brothers is on this absolute godly run here in 2025, they only have one more movie this year, a movie that's not really destined to at least even break even in the theatrical window. So very fascinating decision, but still, Warner Brothers, an amazing year nonetheless. And The Conjuring 4 is one of the biggest stories of the box office here in 2025. The other good story here is the other movie that came out this weekend was Hamilton. Disney re-released the stage adaptation that was released during COVID on Disney Plus with the original cast of Hamilton. They put out in theaters as it is the 10-year anniversary of one of the most famous Broadway plays of all time. And Hamilton made $10.1 million. Now, Lin-Manuel Miranda tried to bring his Broadway play In the Heist to the big screen. That did not go well. It was a major bomb a couple years ago. That even included the director of Wicked and Anthony Ramos and a very big ensemble who have gone on to do big things, where that movie was not a big hit whatsoever. So the question is, will Disney do a Broadway adaptation to a movie version of Hamilton? That is the big question. It is still very popular. The fact that this play has already been around for 10 years, people can already watch this play on Disney Plus for the last 5 years, and it's still made $10 million. So it will be very interesting if Disney will pull the trigger on a Hamilton movie adaptation. But still, very cool story here at the box office. Weapons is in its fifth weekend, excuse me. It dropped 50% though, 5.2 million, 142 domestic. Look at that. Weapons, which is a great story and still a major winner for Warner Brothers, is already trailing Conjuring by 50 million. While Weapons has been in theaters for over a month, Conjuring's only been in theaters for 3 or 4 days. But again, both movies, and people are going to compare them now as Conjuring is such a bigger success. Yes, Conjuring is a major success, but Weapons also has a reasonable budget, even below $50 million. So they're also going to the bank, and Warner Brothers is as well. Freakier Friday from Disney is in fourth place. It dropped 43% in its fifth weekend. 3.8 million, 87.8. The film is definitely still hanging around the top five, closing in on 100 million. It probably will not get there. It's 13 away, but still a nice effort from Freakier Friday. Wrapping up the top five is Caught Stealing from Sony in its second weekend. It dropped 59%, 3.1 million, 14.8. Still not great numbers for Caught Stealing. Didn't really open that big. Dropped basically 60%. As The Conjuring really slammed the door on the rest of these movies having big numbers. It did edge out Fantastic Four, so for the first time in Fantastic Four's run, it is not in the top five domestically, but Caught Stealing will be off this chart when I talk to you guys next weekend. When we look at the overall numbers domestically this year, you can see them on my top of my head here. Minecraft is at 1, Lilo and Stitch at 2, Superman 3, Jurassic World Rebirth at 4, Sinners at 5, Fantastic Four First Steps at 6, How to Train Your Dragon at 7, Captain America Brave New World at 8, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning at 9, Thunderbolts is at 10. As we talked about earlier, Conjuring is at 84 million, which is number 17 on this list. It has a great chance to get into the top 10. It opened bigger than Mission Impossible. It opened bigger than Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is at 190 domestic. Mission Impossible is at 197. So the question is, does The Conjuring 4 have another 100 plus million in it to get into the top 10 overall domestically? We shall see. Looking at the worldwide numbers, also, you can see those right above me. Lilo and Stitch is at 2, the only US-based movie with $1 billion this year. Minecraft at 3, Jurassic World Rebirth at 4, How to Train Your Dragon at 5, F1 at 6, Superman at 7, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning at 8, and Fantastic Four First Steps is at 9. So we will see, again, where The Conjuring is going to, it's already in the top 20 overall for the year worldwide. It's going to be tough for it to get into the top 10. But what a fun weekend here to talk about the box office. So coming out, guys, this weekend in theaters, which will be Friday, September the 12th. A lot of releases hitting theaters. The big ones are The Long Walk. This is the film based off the Stephen King novel, directed by Francis Lawrence, starring Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson. Unbelievable reviews. We'll see if that leads to big box office numbers, as it's been hard to track audience reactions, bad or good, to either helping or hurting box office here in 2025. Also hitting theaters is supposedly the last entry into the Downton Abbey franchise. Downton Abbey, the grand finale, also hits theaters, and there's always a big audience for this franchise, so we'll see if Downton Abbey can make a good number at the box office. In limited release, you have the sequel to Spinal Tap 2, once again directed by Rob Reiner. We'll see if there's still fans from that original 1984 film. And also hitting theaters is we're getting into the fall season, so Oscar films are hitting limited release, and that includes this weekend's The History of Sound, the film starring Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor. So a lot of videos here hitting the channel. I've been very deliberate. We haven't been deliberate lately on when I'm posting videos and things of that nature. So hitting my channel this week. Tomorrow, you'll get my review of part 2 of Wednesday, season 2. Wednesday, you'll get my spoiler review for the new episode of Alien Earth. Thursday, you should be getting my full ranking of the Conjuring franchise, all 10 movies. I will rank them. I'm also going to wait till probably Saturday to do my new spoiler review for Peacemaker. I'm a bit behind a Peacemaker. It's kind of been in the middle of where I've been working over the last couple weeks. So Peacemaker review, the goal is get that out on Saturday, and the Long Walk review, hopefully to get that out to you guys by Friday. And then back here on Monday, guys, for another box office breakdown. So please subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.